Hey, it's Wes, and I want to talk to you about teaching your congregation songs, or the songbook of your church, if you will. Not too long ago, I had a pretty big aha moment. One Sunday night at the end of April, I decided to make a list of all the songs that we had sung between January and the end of April 2016. And so I went into Planning Center, which is what we use in our church, and in a Word document just started putting down the list of each song, and when we would repeat it, I would put a number next to it. So if we sang it 3 times, I'd turn the 2 to a 3, and so forth. And in 17 Sundays between January and the end of April of this year, would you believe it, we sang, get this, 73 different songs. That's a lot. And that's not a good thing. The most we ever repeated one was, I think, 3 times. Now here's the deal. This is why it's a bad idea. Because as a general rule of thumb, and this is not original, I read this a long time ago, but a general rule of thumb is when you and your worship team are getting sick of a song, your congregation is barely getting to the place where they can sing it confidently and securely in a way that they own their own worship. Because think about it, you're rehearsing a song a couple times in a given rehearsal on a weeknight. Then you might go through it again on Sunday morning. And then the congregation sings it with you once. So you've sang it maybe 5, 6 different times in a single week when your congregation gets one chance to do it. So you sing it every couple weeks, and there might be people in your congregation that come every so often for various reasons. And if we're not careful, we're going to be singing songs, even when we repeat it just a couple different times, that people are hearing for the first time, even if it's not a new song. We have to be intentional about the planning so that we really can get to the place where we want to be as worship leaders, where we're generating and not generating, but encouraging people who are owning their worship and saying, okay, these are my prayers. These are words that I am going to sing directly to God. I'm not reading words on a screen. I'm not doing God karaoke. That's weird. But I'm really owning the worship. That's where we want to get to. And the reason that we were singing so many songs in the first part of this year is there's a couple different reasons, but one of them was I was sharing the responsibility with another colleague of mine, great worship leader, and we just weren't on the same page. We hadn't talked. We just kind of said, okay, it's your week. Okay, it's your week. It's your week. And so that's why when I did this exercise, it was like, whoa, what are we doing? We need to change the track, change the direction of the ship. And so here's my practical suggestion. And this is Paul Baloche, by the way, but he says, if you are going to introduce a new song, sing it 4 of 6 weeks. So, to give you an example, a couple weeks ago in our congregation, we introduced Because of Who You Are. It's a gospel song, some beautiful slow versions, but we did sort of an upbeat version. And so we sang it in the second slot of the worship gathering. The first time we introduced it, and then the next week we sang it in the second slot. Well, this week coming up, we're going to sing it to start the service, kicking it off. And so that'll be 3. Then the 4th week, we're going to take a break from it. We're not going to sing it. It won't be part of the set. And then the 5th week, we're going to revisit it again. So that'll be 4 of 5 weeks. And if we wanted to, we could even stick it in there again, do it 5 of 6 weeks. But this gives people the chance to learn it, get comfortable, get confident, and then own their worship. That's what we're trying to do at the end of the day. Encourage an environment where people are actively pursuing the presence of God, enjoying the presence of God. If this is making any sense to you, or you have any comments or questions, please go ahead and join the conversation. Leave a comment below on Facebook or on the site, constantworship.weebly.com. I would love to hear from you and continue this dialogue.